This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with this divine masculine channeled message. I know it's not going to, it may be, I call it lunchtime. Those of you all that's on here, that's great. That's not, you catch it on replay or live. Because I got a lot of other things that spirit while I'm off is kind of like filtering in. Do this, do this, do this, do this. So I'm pretty much working my 9 to 5 for spirit today. However, I want to come to you and let you know that for some divine masculines, the shit has hit the fan. I told you, and I knew that that was coming on when I did that reading with that karmic. And they're not the only ones. This week be with the moon energies that was brought in. Hey, Benita, with the moon energies that had been brought in. Who else is on here? Because I had to. Who else is on here so I can say hi to my peoples? I see 3 of you all on. Thank you and welcome for being on Divine Unisouls. I can't see you. If I haven't recognized you, it's because I just it's not showing up here on the live chat thing. So I can see, but I only see Benita wave. And so what's happening with the divine masculine is the following thing. The stuff has hit the fan. I told you all when I did the karmic reading with the karmic. Hey Margaret. Hey, how you doing? When we had did so this is like a lunch chat. If I was like, we in the teacher's lounge, so we in the divine feminine, divine masculine lounge right now, talking, taking a break from the world and what's going on with this quarantine at this time. So it's hit the fan because I told you the karmics. With the karmics, they pretty much had that last one. I did that one with the it's a stranger in my house. Um, the truth. This new moon that just passed here and came out here yesterday was the 24th. It's starting to open up a whole lot of can of worms. The divine master, when I went to use the washroom before I came in here, the universe showed me the divine masculine. A lot of the divine feminines in their energies had sent the ball over. I say almost like a basketball court. You've been going like back and forth, like your turn, putting it in the basket, his turn, putting it in the basket, back and forth. And so I literally see a basketball court with the ball like a rolling over to the divine masculine side. And so the powers that be or source and all the angelics and everybody and even in the 3D and the karmic is looking at him saying, okay, now what are you going to do? This ball has been sitting there for quite some time. The ball has not been played with. And so after a while, source, powers that be, and I won't go on my other channels to see what I mean by powers that be, because it's a lot of, I'll put it this way, there's a lot of entities that govern this universe. It's not just one. You got the source, but you got other entities that are helping out. So I call it the powers that be because that includes source in that. But understanding that they waited on the divine masculine to do some stuff, and he's just been sitting on the pot, you know, and has not really been taking the initiative to actually do something about what's going on. He knows he's been hoping and wishing for things to happen, but he actually has not done anything to actually make it happen. And so this is where we're at right now, which is with the divine masculine now making a decision, and he needs to make a decision soon. I showed up even on my Instagram. I have on Instagram now also daily messages, and it showed him being in the 7 of Cups, and also he had another one was about him being nostalgic card as well. Thinking about the past, and I was like, it's okay to think about the past, but don't get stuck there. The past is for you to be able to overall energies for today on Instagram. Go to my Divine Unisouls 11 was justice, and being able to bring balance to both sides of it, to be able to bring that justice energy and wanting that balance in life. And how you're going to get it is to gain it through justice. That means making things, what things is wrong, making it right, and also serving the truth so you can be able to get freedom, because that's what justice is. It's like from whatever kind of contracts or things that you have had or things that you've been bounded or binded by. You want freedom from that certain thing. And so bringing in that energy is an understanding that you have choices or options, in your emotions, although you're thinking, but you're letting your emotions also lead you as to which choice is the one that you should also follow, which in turn also is making you nostalgic because you're looking at things as far as what you had did in the past and how it helps you to know about your maturity as to where you are now. And so that is where the divine masculine is right now, is learning how to be spiritually mature. Now the thing is he going to be able to answer the call? And so like I said, it has been, I seen it even on looking at the home front. I've got like front row seats to understand that some of the divine masculines have been outed. They the karmic or the third party energy knows, specifically they got proof that this is actually occurring, which is causing maybe for them to also say about them feeling that energies that I did with the karmic reading about them forgiveness and penance, forgiving themselves for being in this situation, forgiving themselves for lying to themselves, forgiving themselves about them, not being really in reality about things or following what other people had said, saying, you need to be in this relationship with this man or this woman, and not really following their own heart. That is a big thing. Let me see if anybody chatting and saying anything. Anybody say anything? Yeah, yep, it has. Thank you, Benita. Okay, I got an amen out there. Thank you. so, so, uh, for you, for divine feminines, this is what I would say at this time for you, that if this has happened, are you getting the energy of a hurt heart as I'm talking? Yes. And you know, some of them, as I'm feeling, some of them are thinking that, I failed both ways. The divine masculine, this is who I'm picking up. This is the only one I can tap in and know, because this is about his reading. He's disappointed himself because he's kind of really in some ways have let I heard torn the scene, and I hear the song torn between two lovers, which one shall I choose? He's let really both of them down. He's let go of the karmic down, and he's let the divine feminine down too as well, because so part of me want to sing Tony Braxton say you wasn't man enough, but my thing is that you want, it doesn't take for you to be man enough, and let me correct you on that, and I seen a little glimmer of light when I said that, so I think that's about to chime in. It's not about being man enough, it's divine enough. Divine meaning knowing that in that situation this isn't good spiritually for any of the third parties, and I see three of us in here, so that's fine. Any of these three energies to be connected in or be a part of. It's just not good spiritually. If you're divine enough and you know that you're creating some spiritual bankrupt or corruptions in the spirit of all three parties or three energies that's involved, because you're making the divine feminine not be able to speak her truth or be really able to express her true love. He's doing the same thing. He's not expressing who he is by being in the situation. And the karmic as well is not being able to express love or to receive love truly that's really deserving of them. And that's why I said, I was trying to see, they got paper. I can use this one. Right now, what I am now, a lot of times when you're in those third party energies like that, let me put my glasses on. I keep on getting this kind of sacred thing, and I don't know, and I'm not professing, I know I'm an intuitive coach, but it was this is the karmic, the feminine, DF, and the DM. Okay, so you had these kind of energies that was going on, the divine feminine, divine masculine, and the karmic, and it was creating this kind of synergy of energy. I think about those little things. There's them little toy pieces that kids play with, that they got those, where I'm teaching the kids endpoints. And so now you got So this is the K, this is the DF, and this is the EM. Okay. He loved the triangle. Yeah, a love triangle. Right. That's what it is. Thank you, Margaret. See, that's why I got other people on here. So you got the karmic, you got the divine feminine and divine masculine. Right now, what I have done on my end is saying this is the only connection that I want energetically. I have cut off the energy because before it was, now it's just the divine masculine and the divine karmic. I need to get a board. I said I was going to do that once we get out of whatchamacallit. And this is now what I have created. I've told the universe at this that I don't want this because, see, I could tell through my energies physically that this kind of dynamic was physically draining me. I kept telling the divine masculine, this is draining me, this is draining me. I keep going to sleep and I was putting myself physically in danger. So now I seen it and I got a picture that my mom had created and I'm seeing triangles like this now. That's verifying that this is what is going on now between the collective. So now it's just like this. This is right now, this is missing. Okay, this is missing right here, this connection here, because I've cut off the ability on my end for her. I said, block. I put a block here, so no more. So even if she would try to go on ahead and to do that, that has stopped it. Now this, doing this should in turn also, I'm picking up also through the guides, start her to kind of weighing down this connection on their end, because now it's this way. And this in turn, I told you we kind of mirror each other. I know this might be a little deep for some people, but we're mirroring each other. So now eventually it should get down to this. Which is her up here. I'm going to put it right here because I know when I got the kids there, I can do upside down. And there is no way of this energy coming this way at all. It's very faint. It should be kind of like, if I had a thing, it's like it's faint now, the connection, to be able to do that. Okay. This is eventually, this is where it's going to go. That is just really just these two. But it's a process they're bringing to me. Okay. It's a process. So we're moving from this energy to this energy to this energy. That goes into stages. Okay. Did I lose anybody on that one? Or that love, that, like they say, literally love triangle? Okay, so that's something that I'll keep that right there. So that's literally the stages that we're at right now. That we're doing. And that's what the powers that be said they're doing. So I thank you, Margaret, so very much about that love triangle, you know, because when they're sending it to me, I'm not even thinking about layman's terms as well, as far as that's what it is. It's the love triangle. So that's the thing. So if you want to, in some ways, I would kind of keep that. Yes, that's the best way. It's up to the divine masculine to cut that connection with the karmic. And the DM, the only connection, right? We can't do that. He's got to be able to do that. I've done it on my end. I say that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I gotten to the point that I was like surrendered as well. They're saying, you know, whatever it is, because right now I'm just working on my bliss. I will tell also divine feminines that are in that kind of situation and the stuff has hit the fan, just stay very centered and calm, you know, about the whole thing. Don't, it's kind of hard. I think I had brought that up. I imagine if both have a karmic partner, that two triangle overlaps. That's a lot of unnecessary energy. That's a very good point. True. That's true. True, Benita. That's true. Because again, that's a lot of them plugging into your energy. I wish I had a board. Man, I miss my whiteboard. I meant to put it up on the thing. You're like, what the hell? So again, they'll be almost like again, yeah, that's a lot. So you got the divine masculine. Oh my God, that's a lot of daggone triangles that you're doing now. So you got the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Oh my God. And then I'm trying to even see how you would do that. That's almost like another dynamic of that. They come together. Woohoo. Oh, that's the base. I'm sorry, I did it the wrong way. I almost doing it almost like a hexagon. Ooh, why would that come to me? Not a hexagon. It's a rhombus. 1, 2. It's almost like a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a lot of energies. You got the D, F. Hold on a second. Let me work this out. Somebody else might say something. Karmic energies. Right, the chain needs to be undone. Okay, I got to work on that one. I got an idea. Let me on that one and seeing how this is keeping it going like that, because it's almost like 2 double pyramids over and over again on that one. Let me work on that. That came to me. I might do it at the end as a cover or something like that. But yeah, that all that thing, those energies there is the end point as far as where you want to end up to be. So let's kind of look, because Lynn, since I said the moon was a very much of an influence about this, I'm gonna try not to be too. Let me be quiet. Let me just do what I do, because I know how that ends up. Remember to put the thumbs up so people can find out, so they can see about this, especially with this new stuff I'm saying is happening. Put a thumbs up. Hit your thumbs. Hit your thumbs up. Put your thumbs up on for me so other people can find me and see that I'm on here. Because even Jupiter 1111, I both have said there is a problem with YouTube. YouTube is not letting people know. They're not notifying that we're on here when we get on here at all. So as many thumbs on there, that's more people that get sent over here. And it don't cost anything. It's free. The DM and DF are always will be tethered together. Unconditional true love. That's true. Yes, we'll always be tethered together. So it says, show the world the real you. So right now, the energies that the new moon is brought on is that I want to see one thumb up. I know you didn't get one. I want to see one thumb up. I'm gonna keep on telling y'all, hit the thumb so people can get on here. I'm just saying about that. Jupiter 11 is not notifying people at all. You just got to check in the spirit and say we connected. So what the DM is doing here is now that understanding that he's got to get to the point that he's showing the real him. Okay. And it's time to release negativity. That's what the moon brought in there. This new moon, which was on the 24th, which was on yesterday. And then luck is on your side. Okay. So it's really bringing in that energies to help him to know that he's okay. Although, like I said, I seen it at the vision of the divine masculine on a basketball court. The divine feminine has been playing all up and down the court. She's been playing offense, defense. She's tired. She throws and rolls the ball over to the divine masculine, and it's just been sitting there. And so it's like the powers that be say, okay, it's like a coach. We done told you to throw it, do this, dribble it, aim for the basket to do a free throw, and he's just been sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And the powers that be like, we done told you like 7 times what to do with the ball. Man, throw it. Do something with it. Just don't let it just stay there. Do something with the daggone ball. You just standing there. Okay, that's fine. You're going to let it stand there. We're going to get the karmic in on it. So in comes the karmic. And now, like I said, for many of you all that's in these third-party energies, the stuff has hit the fan. Damn, play basketball. Get out of here. Yeah, the stuff is, oh, that's interesting. Libra. We'll talk offline. I will call you on that. So my thing is, woo, it didn't hit the fan. It didn't hit the fan. It didn't hit the fan. So that's what it's bringing out. So this is what their new moon energies. I told you about the planetary, and that's what they're trying to show them, that, you know, the planets and the energies have your back. They got your back. They got your back. They have your back. Just go ahead and do it. If you just grab the ball, we'll make a way that we'll clear the court so you can have a clear way shot to the hoops to be able to throw it in there. And the DMs, a good portion of them ain't doing nothing. It's a couple of them. Hold on a second. Okay, so now they're bringing me in. So it's a couple of them. They're sitting on the benches, on the bleachers. And there's a couple of them that say, clear. I told you I wanted to do it. I wanted to move from where I am from this third party energies, but I just didn't know what to do. Doesn't mean that I didn't want to do it. It just means I don't know how to go about doing it. Okay, and I think that's kind of the consistency of all of the divine masculines that's there. My eye almost feels like it want to cry on its own when it does that. That lets me know it's just really. I'll go back to you. Was it Margaret that you said that you felt somebody's heart is hurting? So I can really vouch for that because it almost leaked on its own till I kind of stopped it. So it's some hurt. They're really hurt by it. It's like I'm really hurt and disappointed in myself that I haven't been able to. I've been getting a lot of sacral pain, but right and left it was shown. Go back. Go back. Live chat. Both shown pushing to get to help healing of that area and its connection. Chiron. Was it Chiron? I know it better because it's in my sign. Chiron is also in Aries, so a lot of self images. Yeah. That's what my mentor. She had told me that before things got in hectic in her world. But she was telling me about Chiron. She's like, Chiron gonna be sitting in Aries for a while. He's gonna have a lot of lessons, a lot of lessons. And so I was like, okie dokie. I'm like, okay. So I kind of just prepare yourself. She said, but at the end of it, you're gonna be a diamond. That's all I got to say. I was like, okay. She's like, you're gonna be a diamond. Pressure gonna be on. So we'll see. Like I said, I've always asked my angel if it's possible, make it more light of experience and make it more fun as we go along as I learn the lessons. And they have. So we got both some reversals, some cards here. We have here the Nine of Chalices, and we have here also the Six of Swords. Yeah, it still wants to cry. I just ain't let it came down. This tear, which to me is my masculine side, it wants to cry. So the divine masculine is getting some enlightenment about the situation. There has been some fruit, the fruits of the labor. There's been a lot of work and toil and beauty and attraction is all around, but they're sitting right now. So to me, it's like I'm sitting right in the position where I am. It's no forward movement. It's just like right now we are pressing pause. Okay. Okay. So with that, the interest, what keeps drawing to me is the position of it is like again. So to me, I'm looking at the divine master. It looks like he's trying to embrace her, but at the same time, the way their position is like it's a stop. It's like we can only get so close, like, and we like damn near real close, but right now we're being stopped right now, and we're both being vulnerable. I see the divine masculine. To me, he looks more exposed, which goes along with what I just said. He's being exposed right now. He's exposed. The divine masculine. The divine feminine still has her underwear on. So she's not totally exposed. Now, to me, it would be like I still have some coverage on. So, spirit, although I'm vulnerable here in the world, but I'm still being covered. I'm not as, and he's got coverage down at the bottom here too, as well, with the blanket over into his private area. So to me, I would say right now, if it was any kind of intimacy or sexual activity that was going on right now at this time, that is not it's being covered. It's like shut down. It's being covered right now. So spirit has been kind of been managing over that for a while. So maybe some of the DMs may or not have been participating in sexual activities because again that's pretty much spirit kind of intervening with that. And I've also said that on the show when you got the swapping of energies and already they say it's time to release negativity. You don't want to keep on swirling and exchanging of that energies anyway if it's negativity and keep on plugging into that, because to me it's almost like you're just really naturally plugging into an outlet. Now if you know that outlet ain't good and it's gonna shock you and you might get electrocuted, you ain't gonna keep on putting your joystick in in that negativity all the time. I'm just gonna keep it real. You ain't gonna want to say, wait, every time I put it in I don't feel so good. I feel I feel depleted. I feel tired. You know, you're just not going. You got it. You can't really do it. I can't see you. So it's protection there. All right, Jupiter 11, love you. So it's not going to be there as well. So we got the next thing, which is Six of Swords. Okay. So Six of Swords is also, he wants this intimacy, but the truth is right there as well. And so, but it's on a slant. So it's really kind of slanted in a way that maybe might be better suited towards one party than the other. Okay, so now let me see what the Six of Swords is. Okay, very quickly. Six of Swords. Rolling about, the magic of verbena in the brook, searching for a new horizons involves a couple as it involves a single person. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. So they say right now they're in search of new horizons. And so this situation involves really, to me, a powering up of a merging of two energies when it comes within the divine masculine. He's got to bring the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies together. They got to come on board with each other. And that's interesting. It did that because I was talking to April Williams the other day, and I was talking about some of the projects that I had been working on. And a lot of times I told her there's some voice that comes in and like, nope, I'm tired. I don't want to do it. And she was like, okay, let's kind of investigate and see what's going on with this. So we found out when it got down to it, she was saying that it was the divine masculine energy within me taking on some divine feminine energies. Like I say, I wanted to do something, and the divine masculine was like in a boyish kind of term, and it was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And see, we had the conversation going back and forth with this DM inside of me, and she's like, okay, now why don't you want to do this? Because this benefits you and her. And you know, that's the same thing, the conversation that the divine masculine has to have with himself to get his emotions and his mindset and what's going on within to really have that mergence of self, because he's got to bring this, what's happening within himself, to his daily practices, as they say, everyday life. Okay, so it's got to find that balance. That goes back to my Instagram post that I had today. Yes, you got choices. Yes, you're looking at the past and being nostalgic, but remember, again, you want justice and you want to have balance. And how you create balance is that you got to work with both those two energies as well. What does the divine masculine want to say? I know I messed up and I did things that made it seem like I don't care, but trust me, you are my world. Okay, we are in each other's life for a reason. Thank you for showing up. Okay, and so I pick up with that. He says, the divine master says he knows he's messed up. Don't care about the illusions or how things are looking at. So even what they saying, the truth is out, and he might say, I got to stop communications or things of that nature, or some things have changed on you all's end, and maybe he's ghosted you for no reason or whatever like that. He's saying at the throughout the whole process, just trust him and understand that he does care for you no matter how things appear and seem. His next card, we are in each other's life for a reason. Thank you for showing up. He's saying in some ways, if you weren't there on that basketball and throw that ball to him on the court, he might not have learned new plays or new ways how to play the court of life. I like that. So he's saying with you showing up, you've opened his eyes to a new reality, a new reason for living, a new reason for being able to play and have his being in life, period. So he's saying thank you for showing you up. So these divine masculines here, they are awakened, and they're saying because of you now, they're looking at things differently and say, why can't you just tell me what you feel? Because how you act is confusing me. A lot of the divine feminines, because you all are pulling back or maybe not communicating with them. They might want to reach out and do that. A lot of some of you all might have said, no, I'm cutting it off. And it's giving him the idea that you don't want, or you're not as invested in it, or you don't want to continue to play on the basketball court. And you saying no, it's just that right now I'm waiting to see what you gonna do. And it's like if I get the ball or I travel with it, I might be penalized myself. And this really right now, where they are is like we said earlier. I know it was Benita or Margaret that said that is for the divine masculine to be able to make that move to create that cut off between the divine feminine and the divine between the divine feminine and karmic and the divine masculine, that triangle. That's not for her to make that move. I hear the song, make that move right now, baby. It's not for her to do that. At this point, the divine feminine has done her best to cut it off, well, cut it off on her end and said, no more. I won't be connected. It won't be no stealing of ciphering off of energy of me no more. So y'all got to figure this out yourselves now. So you at your own. Okay, good. Right. So now Margaret said I goof, double dribble, or traveling. Okay, so yeah, so she's saying I done brought out the divine feminine say I done brought out my best moves on this basketball court. It's kind of up to you now. And she getting tired. She probably is double dribbling and slipping at the ball. And they're like, why is it like that? Hell, I'm exhausted at this point. He ain't doing all that. I'm playing all the positions out here on this basketball court, and that's it. All right, that's fine. And so sometimes I look at you and wonder how I got to be so damn lucky. Okay, so he does. He does look at you and see how he looks at you and wonder how they get so lucky. How did of all the things that he's done in life, how did it get him to that point? Okay, all right then. So next thing, clear. Any other thing? He says that we are each other's strength, and he says, I love you. Okay. So, like I said, we'll always be tethered together. This DM knows this, but he knows that also that us being in this connection, like he said, thank you for showing up. He is gaining strength to know that some of the things that he thought that was good for him, or what other people had said was good for him, family members, things of that nature, and friends that set him up into this situation, clear. He knows that no longer suits him. That's what it's bringing about to me. Okay. Let's see what's in the heart of the matter right now. The heart of the matter is he wants reconciliation. He wants a honeymoon. And he wants a wedding. Let's look at some clarifiers for that. Okay, we'll stop at 40. Because my things I like 40. It means grounded. No matter where it stops. Clear. So that's about only what Spirit wants you to know at that time. Spirit said, that's all I want you to know. What's that with the honeymoon? Oh, I like that. Ooh, I got two. Hold on a second. I like that. One, two. Oh. Because it says I'm going to tell about something. Okay, so now we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so he really wants, again, it goes back to the Instagram read I did about the past lives and things of that. I'm kind of really thinking that the person in which he had dreamed about, this is what I'm picking up, that he had envisioned as far as it being his true love or his true partner, that idea is coming back to the fold again. Now, he's looking at that to see is that like a template that he could be using for the divine feminine and the divine, off the table, for the third party energies as well. However, he's looking at the introspection to see about like what things that I thought that was my ideal woman. I'm gonna have to start taking some of that stuff off the table. This is what I'm bringing. Is being brought to me. Because I got to take a real look at that, because you have to think of when I was a child, I thought as a child, and so now that I'm older, as I look like that card that I remember that was for the Instagram thing, my mindset is changed. The things that I needed have changed. I think about a conversation I had even with the divine masculine, and he was telling me about all the different cars that he had when he was younger, all the foreign cars. And I'm like, did you have this? He's like, yeah, I had a BMW. I said, oh, you had a Lexus? Yeah, I had this. He had all them luxury cars. And as he's gotten older, he's like, I don't need those things. I've been taping myself down to all I need is just like, it's just been domestic cars that he's had now. And that's pretty much, how it is, all that flash and dash, and how he's now looking like, you know what, at first, I wanted that trophy wife or that trophy girlfriend. And now that I get down to it and I've had experiences and I've been in this third party energies, it's like, maybe that objective of a woman that I was looking at then is not what I want now. And so he's gaining more confidence, poise in his emotions, and being able to uplift, they're telling me, the divine feminine in a more higher regard, instead of her just looking like an idol of affection or just looking at the package deal of her on the outside. The divine feminine ideal or ideology of looking at the woman is much more bigger and much more vast than the way it was before. It was so narrow minded the way he was looking. And then also it's making him think and ponder. I pretty much kind of touched upon that. The next thing is he wants honeymoon. He say enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, because really why all this is going down, and we can understand that if the truth didn't hit the fan, of course you like a person, anybody. I'm surprised that card didn't come out. You want to, excuse me, go back to mama. It's like I want to go back to where I feel like everybody knows my name, and everybody's glad you came. I want to be where, but everybody knows that you want to be where everybody knows your name, like Cheers, like the show. That's because he said it's no place like home. Okay, I can feel that. That's where he is. He knows that you leaving the light on for him. It doesn't matter because you all are tethered and connected, and that's what he really feels with all this storm and things are going on around here. He still wants to stay connected to you. We have the next card here, which is wedding, which is this situation involves marriage, which of some of us say we're already in a sacred marriage, which is true when it comes to us. Let me look at the clarifiers and see which way this is going. He wants to be connected, although he doesn't know exactly where this is going. And he knows that the divine feminine is really strictly looking at him to see what's the next step for this to go as far as in this commitment. He wants peace. He's moving into that energy that this divine masculine, these divine masculines, that the ball is in their court and the truth has hit the fan, because the third party, the karmic situation, now knows the truth about what's going on. Is now he's like, at the end of the day, I just want peace. I know that from my dad. It's like, okay, whatever. What you want me to do, I know at the end. Okay, just got high. Okay, well, maybe so. And so I know that even for my dad, towards the end, and even with him when he was even here, his president, he would be a lot of times like, okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Because I don't want to go back and forth with you on this about my health. You want me to take the pill? I take the pill. It's about that. Right, okay, right. And so that's the one it has. It says not for you. He's getting to the point that he wants really truly to have this commitment, because now he's strategizing. He's looking at the pieces on the board as far as strategizing on this board, and seeing now, he's seeing what things is not for you. And right currently the situation that he's in is just not for him. He wants to be able to breathe, he wants to elevate, he wants to ascend, he wants to go to the next level in his emotions. He's got the thinking master, but now then that's residing in that divine feminine energies is a whole different story. He's got observer. He wants to he's observed some things, and this has caused him to be like, again, this fox energy, which is understanding the things that's happening in the spiritual and the things that's happening in the physical, and how to bring those two things together to create a new energy. He also knows that right now it's time to put things to bed, which means this whole energies of this third party energies of what's going on. Him playing, also I'm picking up him being sly like a fox, that player from the Himalaya, being out foxing, outsmarting people and all that stuff. It's like, I'm getting tired of it. Okay, so this is what this card comes up next to. I'm getting tired of it, and I'm feeling like I'm also being drained. I want to feel like I'm blessed. I want to be blessed by a union or being connected with somebody that's really truly divine, and that would be with my divine feminine, that really helps to elevate me. If my divine feminine don't want me no more, I'm picking up some of them say then a higher functioning soulmate. But right now, this where I'm at, this faking it till I make it with somebody that's truly not invested in it like I am, or if you in the karmic reading that I am, that's asking for forgiveness, in that energy that she's saying I done gave up. I feel like this is a dead end situation. Why should we both be in this? And this situation, although the wedding and coming together is going to make him feel like he needs to come to the edge. Okay, I'm gonna sneak one more thing in because I want to know what is this one hiding, and then I'll stop on that one because I said 40 minutes on that. Okay, so now clear because I know people's attention spans. Thank you. I asked a question already. He's got to work on seeing this situation for what it is. He's got this illusions. He's looking at everybody. This DM looks at everybody as the bad guy. Instead of looking at that they're helping them. It doesn't matter even if the situation is bad. And I know that even for my own thing. Yeah, then they're looking at the divine feminine and she's the bad person, also. It doesn't matter about the situation. All of these situations come to help us to become better. They are all lessons that have to be learned. I think about Daniellleboomlle. He always say we don't take L's on this journey. We take lessons. These are all lessons that have to be learned. Nothing just happens. It happens just. Think about that. That's my Reverend Johnny Coleman says that. These things don't happen. These things are laid out, mapped out. These powers that be, a source, don't just lay out these things on accident. It's those things that happen to help you to be able to get you back on track. This is a free will planet, although it's not as free as you think that it is. It's the illusion of it, because they're going to let you kind of go so far, and then they're going to pull that chain back and tell you, get back over to the way that we actually want you to go. You can go so far. Think about dog in a dog park, and they're like, "Woo, I'm free." They gone. They just wag the tail wagging, and before you know, you got that leash thing that has that where they can go as far as they can, and they're gonna get to a point and go, oh Lord, I thought I was gone, baby. That's shoot. I seen that bird and I was on their mind. It's like, no, baby, you only got so far. That's the same thing that we are. We like, woo, I'm doing my own thing. I'm dealing with the karmic. I'm getting me third party energies. I'm going other places in this divine counterpart situation that you told me to go. I'm doing me. And then the spirit says, shoot, bring them back. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. So this is the same thing. Everything is a lesson. Also, again, I told you, we got to learn how to not stop using our charisma. Divine masculine is using their charisma, their body to get their ways and situations. You can no longer be able to manipulate people like that. You are divine. That's a twisted way of doing things, and that has a way of coming back and hitting you back in the face again. That's that energy again that the source and powers be is bringing to me. And then also the temple of your body again. Saying this in your emotions, you already got your nails out there, you ready to attack at any moment, and you try to protect yourself, and I understand that. I seen that earlier in the card here. I told you that he's very vulnerable. Watch who you doing that, and you're sealing off your heart chakra too, because again, you seal off to those people that really are supposed to be there. That would be your divine feminine or your divine feminine. Those energies, that's a issue when you do that. So you're already out there. So remember that your temple is your body. You see how you are actually using that and utilizing it in these type of situations. I'm picking this up. Some of you all may or may not think, but I'm picking up some of the divine masculines have been from these karmic or these third party situations. They're being physically abused Even it might be verbally or it might be physically, but they showed me this too, and so they like, I'm just putting like that, like a lot of my bark is worse than my bite, because I know I'm a man and I don't want to be hitting on this karmic person, but she's pushing me and it's making me like a rat. You push a rat into a corner, and then all of a sudden, it's gonna come out swinging. At first it's gonna kind of like let you know, get away from me, and showing me rat. I really don't like to see rats, but they showing me this rat, and it's like it's terrified, and it's like if you keep on, I'm gonna end up in scratching, and then I'm just going. Then from that point on, I'll be out of control, and you don't want him to be that way. So right now, this is where I stop right here. I might continue that on maybe Instagram or something like that. So you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll go through what the life changes is for him. I'll go through what things he's got to surrender, and what divinity and what the energies that he wants him to go on. So I'll continue on Instagram. So go to my Divine Unisouls 11 to see the continuation of this. But that's where he's at. So Divine Feminine, just send love and light to the Divine Masculine. It doesn't matter if you for him, team him or not. Remember again that you're tethered together. That's you on the outside. No matter how bad they have shown themselves, that's illusions. Remember, hurt people do hurtful things. And that's where he's actually acting from. And so again, just send love and light. Say it. I don't want to be. I love you from a distance, as people say. But I do know that I don't want another human being to be going through that kind of situation. And so I send love and light to you and to the karmic or the third party energies, because I don't want her to get hurt either by the situation, and then cause the Divine Masculine to get into some more karma. Yeah, and right, very good, Margaret. Yeah, not talking too nice. Yeah, you pick that. And for some more karma to be accumulated by that. Okay, so let me stop. I said 40. I went to 45. I'm on 46. I will continue this on Divine Unisouls 11 Instagram. So catch me on that. All right. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Thank you. I love everybody. Thank you for joining me on this lunchtime break. And I will see you on Instagram. Bye.